Hey, welcome to today's workout. Today we're doing quad sets. If you don't know, a quad set is 4 exercises done back to back to back to back with little to no rest in between each exercise. Once you do the 4 exercises, then you can take a longer rest, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever it is you might need. And we're going to do each quad set 4 times. We have 2 different quad sets today, each targeting different areas of the body. So before you start the first quad set, let me show you the exercises, the 4 exercises that make it up. For this first quad set, we're going to focus on the big muscles. So those are your legs, your back, and your chest. We're going to start with 2 leg exercises, then we're going to go into a back exercise, and then finally we're going to finish with our chest exercise. So for these 2 leg exercises, both of these leg exercises are going to be done on the ground, as will our chest exercise. So make sure you have a mat, towel, carpeting, something comfortable. And we're going to start with what's called a glute bridge. Now, this is really good for the hamstrings, which are the back part of your legs. Also a little bit of glutes here. You're going to need 1 medium to heavy dumbbell for this. So go ahead, grab your dumbbell, lay on your back, and you want your feet and your knees to be in this kind of 45-degree angle position here. And you're just going to rest the dumbbell on your hips and just hold it with your hands for support so it doesn't roll around on you or fall off or anything. And then I like to lift my toes. The reason I like to lift my toes is it keeps me from lifting my heels and pushing this way, which is going to engage the calves and the quadriceps more. When you lift your toes, it ensures that you're using mainly your hamstrings and your glutes. So go ahead and lay back, just like this, and then from here, pushing through the heels, you want to lift your hips up and really squeeze to the top. Come back down, up and squeeze. Down, up and squeeze, just like that. You're going to do 12 of those. Now we're going to flip over and we're going to do an exercise, also good for the hamstrings, but this one's really good for the glutes, which is your butt muscles if you don't know. And this is called a hip extension, and you can do this either body weight, with a light dumbbell, which I'm going to show you with a light dumbbell, or with a band. So let me show you with a light dumbbell. So let me first show you what the movement looks like with no weight. So you're going to get on all fours, make sure your knees are under your hips, hands are under your shoulders, just like this. And all you want to do from here is you want to maintain as best you can this 90-degree angle that your leg is making, and you want to come up and kick to the ceiling. And if you notice, I'm not kicking back, I'm kicking up towards the ceiling, really hitting that glute muscle. You'll feel it. Now, if you want to do it with weight, what you can do is you can take the dumbbell and you can put it in the back here behind your knee and kind of squeeze a little bit. You got to be careful. You got to get it right to get it to balance. But once you get it to balance, then you can just come up and do the same thing and then back down. You need to go a little slower when you have the dumbbell, so that doesn't fall out, but you can do the same thing. Now, bands are great for this if you have bands. You want a smaller band, not a big band. But if you do, which I don't have bands here. We have them at the gym, but not here. Of course, you can't go to the gym, right? That's why we're doing this. But if you have bands, you want to put them around your knees here, right? So you put them around your knees, and then you would do the same thing. So the leg that's down, this leg will be pulling against the band from the knee that's down, so you can do it that way. So regardless, whatever method you use, body weight, weight, band, any of them are okay. Again, 12 reps each side there. So from here, we're going to go into our back exercise. And you're going to need a pair of medium dumbbells. We're going to do a bent over dumbbell row. So grab your dumbbells. You want to start with your palms facing in towards your body here. You want to have like a fairly normal stance, not super wide. And then from here, you just want to keep your back flat, bend forward, let your arms hang naturally, just naturally like this. And you want to be parallel to the ground. So you're not too upright here, you're bent over. And then from here, keeping your elbows in nice and tight, you're just going to row up, squeezing the back, making sure your chest stays out as you do this. If you row and cave your back in, or your chest in like that, you're not going to feel it in your back. You're going to feel it more in your arms. So here from the front, my elbows are staying in nice and tight, my chest is staying out, and I'm squeezing those back muscles. Once again, 12 reps. Finally, we're going to finish with our chest exercise. And I know this exercise was a champagne. It probably has a different name. I don't know why I ever learned it as a champagne, but this is a great exercise for your chest, especially for those of you who have to do it on the floor. If you have a bench, you can do it on a bench. And if you have an incline bench, I highly recommend it on an incline bench. It works even better. But I'm going to show it to you. Obviously, I'm assuming you're at home, you don't have a bench. So I'm going to show it to you on the floor. The great thing about this on the floor is you can still get full range of motion. The floor doesn't get in the way. So what we're going to do on this is we're going to take the dumbbells and we're going to actively squeeze them together as we press up and down. This really, not only does it work the triceps, but it really helps activate the pec muscles, your chest muscles. So go ahead and lay on your back. And of course, like I said, if you have a bench, you can do this on a bench. And if you have an incline bench, that's even better. So grab the dumbbells, palms facing, and now from here, bring them together. And don't just lightly touch them together. Actively squeeze them, like push them together as hard as you can. So notice, you can even see my arms tense up here as I push them together. Then you want to angle them back slightly towards your face, just a little bit. Even if you don't angle them, it's okay. I don't want this much of an angle, just a slight angle. And then you're going to come all the way down to your chest, press back up. Keeping them squeezed throughout the movement. Very important that you're squeezing these things together as you do the movement. And once again, 12 of those. So again, doing 12 glute bridges, 12 hip extensions each side, 12 bent over rows, 12 champagnes. Go through those 4 exercises as quickly as you can, little to no rest in between. Once you finish all 4 of them, you can take a longer rest, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, whatever you need, and you're going to do 4 total sets. So go ahead, pause the video here, do your 4 sets. Once you finish and you've got enough rest, come back, hit play, and I'll show you the second quad set. So now that we've hit the big muscles, we're going to hit the smaller muscles. We're going to hit shoulders, we're going to hit the arms, we're going to hit the abs. And we're going to start with a shoulder movement, what's called a Z press. And I really like this one because it forces you to stay in extension, and it really works the entire upper body as well as the shoulders. You're going to need to go a little lighter on this than you do on a normal shoulder press. So grab a lighter pair of dumbbells. And then we're going to actually sit down for this. So if you have a mat or towel or carpeting, you're going to want that. So go ahead and have a seat. And when you sit, the key here, 2 things. Number 1, your legs are straight like this. And number 2, you're sitting nice and tall. You're not slouched over. Nice and tall. Bring the dumbbells up here, and then you're going to press to full extension. And you should feel this not only in the shoulders, but in the upper back, in your sides, even in your abs a little bit. So I want to show you from the front here so you can see my arm position. So legs straight, sitting up nice and tall. I'm here in this position about 90 degrees, fully extending and then back down. Fully extending. Really important that you're keeping your back nice and upright throughout this movement. You're going to do 12 of those. From here, you're going to grab anywhere from light to like a medium pair of dumbbells. Some of you stronger guys, maybe a heavier pair of dumbbells. We're going to do a bicep curl movement. So you're going to stand. You want your arms just to hang at your side naturally, palms facing in towards your body. And I want you to lean forward just slightly. So I'm just barely leaning forward. I'm not way hunched like this. I'm just barely, just a little lean forward. And then you're going to curl and twist, keeping those elbows down. Curl and twist. And if you notice from the side, elbows are staying down. I'm not rocking up. I'm not using my body. I'm using my biceps to curl. Once again, 12 of those. Now we're going to go into a tricep movement. That's the back part of your arm. This one you're going to need a light to medium dumbbell, just 1 dumbbell. And we're going to do a standing kickback. So you're also going to need something to lean against, like a chair, a couch, a table. I'm going to use the table here. As you can see, it's a little above, maybe mid-thigh, or a little lower than that. Anywhere in that general vicinity will be fine. It's not super important. I mean, you just don't want it to be too tall or too low. So whatever arm you're working, your other arm will obviously be on the table. and you want the same leg as the arm that's working back. So you're going to be in this position here. This is going to give your arm room, and you want to be about a 45-degree angle with your torso, back nice and flat. Then from here, you're going to bring the elbow up, and this is the position. Now from here, we're just leaving the elbow up. We're not doing any rowing. We're staying here, and then we're just extending the arm straight back. Notice I'm hinging at the elbow. Straight back, just hinging at the elbow. So I'm not swinging my arm or anything. I'm just hinging at the elbow, straight back, working that tricep, 12 on one arm, 12 on the other. Finally, we're going to finish with our ab movement, and we are going to be on the ground, so you should have your mat out by now. If you don't, grab it. And we're going to do what's called a cocoon. It's really good for your abs without putting a lot of pressure on your low back. So even if you have some low back issues, you should be able to do this. So go ahead and lay down. And you want to start with your body stretched out, legs straight, arms over your head. And what we're going to do is we're going to crunch up and at the same time bring our knees in and kind of like hug our knees. But you're not going to actually grab your knees. You're just going to kind of, bring your hands over them. So it'll look like this. So we're here, we're fully extended. We crunch up, bring the knees up, and then squeeze. Really work those abs. Now, when you go back out, I don't want you to rest your heels on the ground. I want you to keep your legs in the air throughout the movement. Here. Don't let those legs drop. Fully extend the legs, but don't let them rest on the ground. That'll keep those abs engaged throughout the entire movement. And once again, 12 of those. So, again, we're doing 12 Z presses, right into 12 curls with a twist, right into 12 tricep kickbacks, right into 12 cocoons. Goal is to go through those 4 exercises as fast as you can, just from one exercise to the next, little to no rest. Once you finish all 4, then you can take a longer rest, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and you're going to do 4 sets. Once you finish all 4 sets, congratulations, you're done.